Today I'm going to talk about Primary Math 1A. We're going to talk about exercises 5 through 9 and cover the textbook page 16 through 21. Now that's more than just one day's assignment, but it all goes together to be kind of one topic, and I think it'll be great to talk about it together. So the idea with this is to realize that every time you have a number, you can break a big number down into many smaller numbers. So I'm looking at this picture that is similar to the picture on page 19 at the top of the page, number 3. And you can look at this and realize by counting that there are 7 balloons in this group. Now you can also, they say, make a story about these balloons. So this would be some stories that you could write about these balloons. Notice that we could say that the balloons have 1 green and 6 yellow balloons. That's a story we could talk about with this. It would take all 7 balloons and put them in smaller groups. And so you could then say that the number 1 and 6 combined to be a 7. We talk about this, the name we call this are number bonds. The numbers 1 and 6 bond together to give you 7. Or here's another story that I could tell about these balloons. I have 2 balloons with stars and 5 balloons that are plain. And so we can draw the number bond like this. You could also start with the 7 and say the 7 balloons are 2 groups of 2 balloons that have stars and 5 balloons that are plain. Another story we could say is that we have 3 small balloons and 4 large balloons. And again, a number bond would be that 3 and 4 come together to be 7. So when you think about all of these numbers, these next several exercises break it down, and you do this kind of thing with each of the numbers. So when you're doing these exercises, you're just practicing in one day. Exercise 5 takes the number 6 and helps you to remember that 6 could be 1 and 5, 2 and 4, or 3 and 3. And by the way, I put down here a reminder that you could also have 6 be 0 and 6. In exercise 7, exercise 6, we're going to practice the number 7. In exercise 7, we'll practice the number 8. In exercise 8, we'll practice the number 9. And then in exercise 9, we'll practice the number 10. So for the next several days, several exercises, you will be working on breaking numbers down into smaller groups and realizing that you can think of them in stories like that. So again, do that as you go through the day. When you look in a room of people, how many blonde people and how many dark-haired people? Or how many adults and how many children? How many different ways can you break up the number of people in a room and think about it as different numbers?